taking off on Bobby. Kind of a gentle pull there. Gotta have the windows down, of course. Inside Bobby the Buick Rainier, reporting live. What we're going to try to do is, I have the garage remote buttons right there. So I'm going to see if we can follow the instructions and see how this goes. So, garage remote. So we're supposed to press and hold the two outside buttons. Lights begin to flash after 20 seconds. Do not hold down buttons for longer than 30 seconds. And do not repeat this step to program a second or third handheld. Do not. Position the end of your handheld transmitter about 1, 2, 3 inches away from the universal remote buttons while keeping the indicator light in view. So, I think that's indicator light and then indicator light, I believe. Let's see. Simultaneously press and hold both the desired universal home remote button and something else here. Let's see here. Do not release buttons till 4 has completed. The indicator light will flash slowly at first, then rapidly after universal home remote successfully receives a frequency signal from the handheld transmitter. Release both buttons. I gotta go back and see if I'm holding the one for up here and here. I'm guessing that's what it is. Let's see. Alright, so let's go back to the front here. Alright, so we're supposed to press and hold both buttons. Alright, so press and hold here for, let's wait for that to flash up to 20 seconds. Flashing, not flashing yet. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's try this again. We're supposed to press and hold till it flashes. Seems longer than 20 seconds to me, maybe not. I'm trying to think of what a microwave works. Would you be cooking for 30 seconds? Alright, we're waiting for you to start flashing. Nothing yet. Oh, okay, here we go. Alright. Position okay. So we position that away. And then simultaneously press and hold both the desired universal home button remote and handheld transmitter. Alright. Let's see which one of this does the I think it's this one does the Alright. Alright, so I'm going to set you here so you can watch. Alright. Try it again. Still flashes. There we go. Alright, so release both buttons. Oh, I think it might have worked. Let's see. Alright. And press and hold newly trained universal home button and observe the indicator light. Okay, press and hold. If it stays on constantly, programming is complete. Okay, that looks right. I think we gotta do it again. So we'll try it again, stays. Alright, I'll try it again, let you know if it works. Alright, so I figured it out. What you're supposed to do, and I forgot about, oops, ugly face, is you need to follow the rest of these steps. So 6, go to your learn button, press that real quick, then you've got 30 seconds to come back in here and hit your programmed button. Hold that for 2 seconds, and then that seemed to work. So I saw flashing lights inside the garage, and then the garage door came down. So let's try this real quick to see. No? I might have forgot something. Let's see. Well, I might have forgot part of the sequence. I don't know. Let's press and hold. Well, we were close. Let's see. Maybe I have to do it twice. Repeat button for choosing. Okay. Well, we'll give it another try. Don't want to wear out the garage. All right. I finally got it. You just kind of press and hold a good bit there. But wait. There we go. It just went up. So it's simple, but not simple, but simple. And now it's fixed. So I'm going to check and see if we got any weird codes. We're going to go drop this back off. Drove it in the rain today. Did pretty good. So lots of wet roads, obviously. So I think, and it was a little slippery, especially I had it with traction control on. Sorry, I can't talk. And it was pretty slippery. So I think I need to lower the tire pressure a little bit, and then just be careful. But yeah, learn some more stuff out about this car. Anything else comes up, I'll let you know. I stopped at the storage unit earlier today, and the battery was dead all the way. The lights didn't even come on. So brought it back home, drove it for a little while, picked up the little guy from daycare, and then that seemed to get charged back up. So that is good, but I'll have to start a little bit more than just every 2 weeks. So all right, let me see what codes are going on. Then we're gonna take it back so I can come home and do some more tour stuff. But that's 2 things we got accomplished. We got to drive it, and we got the there we go. We got the garage thing figured out. So nice. I mean, it's got it, so why not use it, right? All right, ready to head out. Watch the finger. Let's see if it works. Press and hold. Woo. Okay. Cool. So all the instructions, and you too can operate the at-home garage door opener feature thing on your GMT 360 platform Chevy. Thank you. All right, got done a little bit earlier today, and I want to show you a couple things. First off, Samsung's phones are so much better than Nokia junk. Don't even worry about it. Second thing, overglasses are weird, but for prescription, works for me. And a third thing, and most importantly, is Bear Cave Music's new shirt for the new album. There we go. I'll get there when I get one of the cool new songs there at Bear Cave Songs on YouTube. So check those out. Decals look great, inexpensive. This shirt's really nice. I like the color he picked out on it. It's like he knew exactly what colors I like. But yeah, it's a really neat design. Go get one today. I'll get there when I get there. Alright, we'll give it a little brake torque. We're up to about 1200 or something. Nice idle. I think it's still through the lean codes, but it sounds pretty good. Nice and smooth. Launch is pretty good. Gotta figure out the front end though. It's too noisy out there. I don't know what's going on. Okay, had a quick time for a car show here at Titus Landing. Let's see what. There's a Titusville 5.0 Mustang. That's kind of nice to see that in person. I'm here right at the end of the show, so we're getting here at awards before everybody heads out. There's the beast. We got a bunch of Velociraptors. We got the Mammoth 900. We got a nice Viper here. A bunch of people heading out already, but pretty cool. Nice little show. Ooh, look at Metropolitan. Got the pearl pink wrapped Porsche there. Yeah. Nice little show. Ooh, we got a bunch over there too. Hey, it's bigger than I thought it would be. That's cool. Mustangs, motorcycles. Nice build right here. Yeah. That's cool. Nice LS in there. Cool, cool, cool. El Camino. Motorcycles. Scooters. Pretty color on this one. Yeah. Like that burnt orange color. That is a good finish too. Look at that. That's some good paint. Wow. That's beautiful. 57 with a small block. Ooh, twin carbs. Okay. Look at that matching interior. Ooh, gorgeous. Ah, we got some cool stuff over here. Maserati. Nice extended cab right here. I thought everybody would be out, but it's neat to see a few of them. We got a Dodge Hornet. Oh, it's fancy. That's pretty. This SS looks nice. Very cool, very cool. Grand National. Always good to see those. I like the stripes on this Challenger. That looks good. Yeah, good wheels on the Hornet. Nice. Ooh, that's good looking in the blue. Very pretty. Blue convertible. That looks good, good, good. Man, they had a good show out here. More Challengers. This one looks nice, like the wheels in this. Cool. Blue Hellcat. Oh yeah, that's nice. We got an Oldsmobile Tornado over there. Front wheel drive. That is pretty cool. I guess they only came in front wheel drive. Now this Dodge is kind of nifty. Yeah, look at that. So it's slammed, but it's got the dually bed, but it's shortened. Interesting. Looks good. Got some low trucks, some locals. Nissan with Titan wheels. Looks good. Old Toyota. Look at this old Ranger. That is nifty. That looks sharp. Aha, RX-7. Nice. Dually. Looks good. Need to back off the zoom here. Yeah. Cool little show. Too bad I couldn't get here when it was a little bit before everybody headed out, but still nice. Nice General Lee. Impressive. Oh, it's got the special horns there. That's funny. Probably 440, 383. And we got some Beamers. Got a nice 55 here. Got a nice Scion. Porsche looks good too. I like the wrap on that. Got some Challengers. Oh, well, not just any, but an LS swapped one. It does fit in there pretty good, doesn't it? Nice. Impressive. It's a better fit than I thought. When you think about the Boxer engine, it's really roughly about the same size width-wise, so it's actually easier to do. You can do spark plugs on the FRS or the 86 easier with an LS than you can with the Boxer motor that comes in it. That's baffling. Looks like an orange exterior almost in a Beamer. That's cool. Vet looks nice. I like the newer style wheels and the Judge, and that color is gorgeous. Some of the most rare colors there. Good paint, very good paint. It's awesome. Nice Ford, cool stuff. So yeah, pretty decent show for what it is. Let's see if there's anything else as we walk out here. Everybody's in a hurry to leave, of course. Like 1:15 and blazing for Florida.